Right, hello everyone. We've got a really interesting message this week, and it's all about generations that are now coming onto the planet, and forthcoming generations as well, but also how we can assist in the process that they are part of. So, if you haven't watched the videos before, I channel various beings, and including Angelics and including other galactic beings, very often Lyran or Lemurian, sometimes Arcturian. I receive messages beforehand, which I write down, automatic writing, and I read them to you, and then I will go into doing some live channeling to bring through light language codes applicable to the message and to help you personally. Okay, so I'll begin. So they said the children coming on now are very different. The very structure of their cells and the way that they function are different. They have an innate capacity to hold far, far more light. And I said that we have already observed how this can be. And they gave 2 examples. So they said, first of all, we know already that babies and children heal much faster than adults do. This is true of previous generations and has been true for a long time. And that their ability to heal quickly reduces as they get older. So for instance, if as a parent you may know, or being around children, you may know that if a child falls down and cuts themselves, within a couple of days, or even quicker actually in the case of babies, it'll be gone, no trace. Adults, we take a little longer to recover. So we know that's true already. And they said it's a natural consequence that as we get older, we take longer because we have absorbed far more negative energy, and that has an impact. The second example that they gave was that of various ascended masters that have been on the planet over the time, and that each of them has spoken about the qualities of children. That's right, and they each had quite a special relationship with children. So children were very often drawn to them, and they to the children, and that's because they were carrying the same frequency, and they could hold light in the same way or the same amount. So it reminded me actually of the things, various scenarios in the gospel accounts of Jesus, but also Buddha as well, and many others. So he said, so what is so different about these new generations that are arriving now? They are all part of the evolution. These children hold so much more light to begin with, so that they will be able to transmute darker and negative energies, and thus they can maintain their high frequency throughout their life in a way that many of us struggle to do, and have done over many generations, struggled to maintain that light that we had when we were children to the same extent. That's going to change now. So they said it may seem to you that when this starts to happen, it may seem it's not happening. You know, it may seem we might look at everything and go, but it's not getting better, it's getting worse. You know, there's the darkness is ever present. But they said, well, actually, what you will notice is that children already, the generations that are already here, do carry more light, not to the extent that these new generations coming will, but they do already carry more light, and they are struggling. They are struggling, and we see that we interpret their struggle very often as rebellion. We interpret it as anger on their part, and that they're refusing to harmonise with society and so on. They said, what society? What society are you referring to? Are we referring, when we observe that in children, are we referring to the society that we've created so far? the one that needs to go, the one that is being dismantled, that society that we want them to fit into, because they said that's simply not going to be the case, because they carry too much light. Of course, they are not going to fit into that. They are the ones that will change it. So they said you will see increasingly over time that even the process of that change will evolve into a process that is more peaceful, more loving, more fair, and more just. As the new generations that come after, the light that they hold begins to operate and begins to shine on the collective. So they said, in the meantime, as light workers or way showers, or however we're involved, and if that's raising our own personal vibration, okay, we can assist in paving the way by having that understanding towards children, towards new generations coming along. And during these evolutionary times, they said that our light is supporting important transitions, and that this period of time between generations or crossovers of generations, we have a role in being supportive. Okay, so I asked what the codes were going to be about this light this week, and they said, I need to read this because my writing's a little bit off. Yes, codes of support and increasing our capacity to hold light at a cellular level. Okay, in order that we can support that process. So it's all quite interesting this week, isn't it? I find it all very fascinating. So anyway, I will begin. Okay. So as always, again, if you've not watched the videos before, simply set your intention to receive. Let the codes just wash over you. They will do their job. Okay, as I said, they work on a cellular level, and they will find the right place for you, and the right they will find the right impact for you personally. And you can listen to these over and over again. They will always work, sometimes in a different way, depending on where your energy is at and so on. But yeah, they will always work. Okay, I'll begin. The human race is changing. The new generations are now coming. The ones you have waited for. And it has begun. You, of course, many of you are doing great work already. And the role, your supportive role, is hugely important. Okay. Embriaso conto shakantaya khaya. Embriaso conto murroyo so conto shamakaya lasa. Embrea no rua. Embrea rato. Embrea sakruya. Embrea sakantara morro. Embrea takantara. Rita cantaria shakantaria. La ruya sakantaria. Aria sakantaria marata. Embroyo so conto shamele sekantaria tale sekantaria. Embroyo no yo so koyo no hale sekentara hayana ya sekatayana. Embroyo so konto yo no koyo na ya sekentale sekentaria la yara. Embroya la hayana Emproyo sukuntu shukumo hoyana sekentele sakantarea. Eria sakuntu shumuru sukuntu yashakantarea. Emproyo sakantara. Empreasa. Embra pukuntu rumakaitare shakantaria tautoria maraya saela. Embrasha kayana kayano brachaya nakayana shakataria takambrachaya nakotakaracha shataria. Ahuyo no juega mahaya nahaya sakantara la kandaria sakantara la sakantaria takantaria sakaya nakantara. Esakaya la kayana sakantaria sakantara morala sakantaria la. En froe sokoyo moraya sakantaria shele sekataria. En foroyo sokombaya la sakantaria. Haya na say. Esheya sakontonomaka, ele sakoto chikantaparia puruyu sukunto chebetela sekere atala. Embrayato conto shemetera. Emfraya so conto shematala. Embrus conto shematalea. Embrus te conto shekatarianta catala secantaria. Embraya so conto shemakayana sala sacatariata. Embraya sekeya, akayana kayanaya. Eleya sekentaya, la sakoya mahaya, ele sekentaya hanaya yanaya, embryo ta, nechayate, mosheyato. Well done, everybody. Chene sekentaya laya. It's all going so well. You're all doing so well. All I love. Good. I felt a lot of love in that. A lot of love. So I hope that that's of encouragement to everybody, and that their message is of interest as well. So you know the score. So you can, if you want a personal reading, whether it's about your own personal spiritual journey, whether it's about activation, like language activation, questions about your kind of 3D life here, if you like, in this incarnation, whatever it is, or whether it's healing on an emotional, physical, or mental level, then we can achieve that. And the light language does also work across timelines, ancestral lines, and so on. So there's much that can be cleared. If you feel that's something that you would like to do, just get in touch with me. Email me, get in touch with me on Facebook. Okay. In the meantime, I'd be really grateful, and the show they're always reminding me to do this. So if you could like and share and subscribe to the channel, then it just means that it goes out to more people, and that these messages and this information and the healing codes can be of benefit to more people. So please do that. Okay, lovely. Take care. See you soon. Bye.